Howdy, Redesert Boy here. Hey, I got to tell you, I got something here today I've been waiting to get for a long time. Can you see there it says CZ USA? No, I don't. No. I mean, it's CZ USA. I guess CZ USA owns these guys now, but what it actually says is Dan Wesson Firearms. And I can tell you, I've been waiting about 5 years to get one of these. First time I saw one of these, and I had the opportunity to hold it and dry fire that trigger, and I was just like, wow, these are something special. Now these are semi-custom. You know, they're not quite as custom as getting into all those Ed Browns and Wilson Combat and Hackathorns and all that, but Les Baer and so forth. But for me, this is pretty special. So, heck, let's take a look and see what's in there. Let's open up the case here. And if we take a look in there, look at that. That say CZ USA. What do you know? And I do have one other CZ, as you know. I have my Scorpion EVO. You can see there's one mag in here. There happens to be another mag inside of here. But let's see exactly what this is. Pull it out of here. I tell you, boy, when I picked it up, I was actually kind of surprised at how light it was, to be honest with you. And I'll have to get you some specs here later on. Let's go ahead and unwrap this guy. And let's see what's in here. Look at that. If you think this is a Dan Wesson in 45 ACP, you would be right. I think most of you know how much how much I enjoy 45 ACP. I'm sure they have some nice ones in 9. But notice something about this. It has the bobbed mainspring housing. The original gun I saw years ago was a Commander, what they call a C-Bob. And this is a Commander size. And it was a Dan Wesson, but it's usually in stainless. This one happens to be alloy, of course, with a stainless slide. But as you can see, this is called the Guardian. As you can see, this is a pretty nice looking firearm. Right, of course, let's safety check it. I have safety checked it here for you. Let's take the mag out, and this is the first time I've racked the slide, and I'm going to tell you, it's tight. That's tight right there. You can see that's empty. Well, I can tell you, looking at this, I haven't used these terms much because I don't know if I've had guns to use them with, but I know Brady 9mm USA oftentimes say, look at the fitment on that. Look at that. There is no wiggle to that slide. Nice skeletonized trigger. Safety is very slight there. Excuse me. Safety, of course, let me rack it again. Boy, look at that. It's tight there. Safety, very positive in engaging it. And as you come down with it, right, very positive. You know, I don't know if there's very much chance I'm going to get on that. You can see that that's pretty nice. I like the grips. These are a type of wooden grips. I'm probably going to think about getting some custom grips for that, maybe from Lock or something like that. But very nice. As you can see, disengage it. I'm just going to lower it gently here. For right now, we know it's empty. It has some nice tritium Ameriglow night sights, which I don't have on my full-size 1911, which happens to be my Springfield mil-spec. I've been looking for a gun. Nice thing about 1911s is they have interchangeable magazines, and since a Commander size is basically the same size back here, the magazines will be interchangeable. But look at how positive that locks up in there and how well that ejects that magazine. Very nice. Once again. So we'll take a little closer look at it, and I'll get you some specs on it. It's the first time I've touched it. It's out of Norwich, New York. Of course, we all know today, on this day, might change a lot of our 2A rights forever because of the things going on with the elections. We'll have to see how it all comes out. But I've got to be positive about one thing. It's nice to have a very classic type firearm, and I'm going to enjoy that. So let's set it down for a minute. Let me get some specs. So let's talk a little bit about what else was in the package. Of course, as always, you should read your operating manual and instructions, you know, or safety manual, as some people call it. There's a lock in there, okay. There's also another magazine, which I don't have out here right now. Of course, it had this nice oil paper there to wrap it up in. But let's talk a little more specifically about this specs on this Dan Wesson Guardian. First of all, it is 45 ACP. My understanding is it was kind of a discontinued model that they brought back, and it also can be had, I believe, in 38 Super and in 9mm. Its capacity of 45 is 8, and it is a commander sized, essentially, and it has a bobbed mainspring housing. The frame and the mainspring housing are anodized aluminum, the way I understand it, and of course the frame is steel. I think earlier I said it was stainless steel, but of course it is a steel frame, and so some of them I noticed in the pictures. Sometimes it look like maybe they have Trijicon. This has Ameriglo night sights on it, tritium night sights. I think I was talking earlier, I might have said that the trigger, I was referring to the hammer, the trigger was skeletonized. Of course, the one of the features is that the hammer is skeletonized, and that, you know, that also helps with weight, and it makes it look, you know, kind of nice. And of course, this bob mainspring housing helps with printing. It helps reduce some of the printing. It's got 25, I think they call it like LPI type of stippling or checkering on here. Now, one of the things some people prefer, even me sometimes, is surprising is having I like having some stippling back here, and there is some right there. That's kind of nice. So you get that 25 LPI type checkering on there, or stippling. It's got this solid trigger, but it is also, it's kind of hard to tell, but it is actually got grooves in there with the trigger, so that it's got a serrated face on it, and kind of has the traditional lines here in the front. It is a GI style type of weapon. It does have a wrench that comes with it to help, I guess, in dismantling and taking it down, you know. It's got if you look at it, it's got a fairly small slide lock, and of course it's got a larger safety. It is not ambidextrous. It does have a match grade barrel. I think it says match on there even. And I really like the feel of it. Of course, besides the regular safety, it does have a grip safety. We're looking at this. Look at this. There's no movement in this. I mean, there's a little bit of movement right here, a little bit with where the safety is, but everything's very tight on here. So I think it's a fine looking handgun. It weighs 28.5 ounces. Of course, it's single action, and it has an overall length of, I think it's 8 inches, and it's 5.5 inches tall. The barrel is 4.25 inches. So like I said, it is a commander size, and to make it fairly light for how it is. So if we drop the magazine and go ahead and rack the slide back, if I can do it without seeming like I don't know what I'm doing. You can see that was pretty tight to get it back there. It's pretty clean. Nice setup to it. It's what they call a duty finish. It's a black finish. And of course we've checked the gun empty and everything. But if you were to look at the take-up on this, it's probably because I am normally right-handed. But if you look, there's a little take-up on it right there, and then it just breaks. Remember the gun, we checked the gun empty, but that's, I don't know how many pounds that is. I've been wanting to get a Lyman trigger gauge. I guess I will eventually, but I just wanted to kind of share that with you. This is something I've been looking forward to for a long time. I really like how the magazines, they just positively engage. I was going to buy some Wilson Combat magazines today when I picked it up, but they didn't have any 8-rounders. They only had some 7-rounders, and I'll have to try to find some of those. The only one I have right now, it's a Wilson Combat. It's a 10-rounder. I do have a Kimber 8-round one that I used my Springfield, because both my Springfield mags are 7. But that's some of the features of this. You know, I think it's a nice gun. It's got good weight to it. 28.5 ounces. I think my other one is quite a bit heavier because it's all stainless. I do like the beaver tail on there, you know. So I think it's something I'm going to enjoy. You know, once again, another look at this. You know, it's pretty clean. You know, and there's a gentleman. Probably get his name wrong, but I apologize if I do. It's Keenan Gilliam, that I first saw one of these at. I was thinking about getting a Sig Sauer Emperor Scorpion carry, and when I saw this, he did a comparison of those two. And when I saw this one, I said, man, it'd be nice to have that. I think the original C-Bob I saw, which was stainless, was about $1,800 years ago. When I saw that, which was actually in California, they sell them there. This one is MSRP of $1,619. I can tell you that I paid $1,459 for this, and you know, out the door with everything, it was about $1,521 with tax and stuff. So I am looking forward to taking this to the range, but I'm just going to kind of enjoy just being able to look at it. I like the way it's, these little cutaways here, it's kind of nice, you know, and they're fairly Spartan in how their guns look, but that's fine with me. You know, I think I'm going to enjoy this one. So thanks for watching. Sorry if I rambled on a bit. I'm kind of excited about this one, and you know, hope you're all doing okay out there. And as I always say out there too, the most important thing when we're doing all this stuff is we want to stay safe out there, whatever we're doing, as Desert Boy always says. So thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye now. Just a couple other points about this. I did a little research, and the Maraglow apparently was bought by Trijicon, so maybe very well why they could have their Maraglow or Trijicon sights here owned by the same company. I know they're supposed to be pretty good night sights anyway. Also, these are Novak style. Some people like ones where they can rack them on a table, or if they're injured or something like that. This is made more for concealment. All the edges and things are very rounded and clean. Makes it really nice, trying to help with the concealment part of it. And I think that's, you know, once again coming back to this, and just a general smaller size of it and lightweight. You know, that's the whole point have one of these guns, and of course my intent is to use this for carry. So once again, I'd like to especially thank Keenan Gilliam, because I would have never have thought about buying one of these or even been aware of it. It just happened. I walked into the I think I walked into the gun store. I was going down there to look at something else, or I called them and they said, we have one of these coming in. I think I was asking them about 1911s, and I was supposed to be there. And the day it came in, I went in there and I looked at it and I thought it over. I said, it's a lot of money, for a gun. But then I got concerned that, you got something you really want, and in today's environment, it ain't going to last long. Especially, I know this nice 1911s, and this is in kind of a mid-price range for really a custom, semi-custom one. So I went in there, and in this case, I put this away on layaway for me to get this. But anyway, I just want to point out a couple other things about that. This is really built around concealment, and of course, having the night sights is a nice bonus to it. So it's a lightweight. So once again, be safe out there, whatever you're doing. And always please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye now.